Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain all about YASHET. YASHET is used to store a group of unique values. That means it does not allow duplicate values because YASHET is derived from the set interface. Basically, set does not allow duplicates. That's why YASHET also does not allow duplicate values to store into the YASHET. It is getting all the methods and properties from the set interface because the asset class is derived from the set interface. Now coming to the important points about asset. Asset internally use a hash table to store the elements and it follows the hashing mechanism. So hash set internally use hash tables to store the element and also it is to follow the hashing mechanism. So for storing the elements into the hash table, so it is follow the mechanism called hashing mechanism. So based on this hashing mechanism, the elements are stored in a different locations. So hash set allows null values, but it allows only one null value. Hash set is not synchronized, so because of this we at a time multiple threads can access the element from the hash set object. If you want synchronized hash set, we can use the collections dot synchronize set and we can pass the new hash set as a parameter. Hash set does not maintain an insertion order because elements are stored in a based on hash code. Now coming to the methods of hash set. So first method is add method. Add method is used to add the element into the hash set object, and coming to the remove method. Remove method is used to remove the element from the hash set. Clear method. Clear method is used to clear all the element from the hash set. Contains method. Contains method is used to check specified element is present in the hash set or not. If it is present, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Is empty method. Is empty method is used to check if the hash set is empty or not. If it is empty, it is returned true. Otherwise, it returns false. Size method. Size method is used to check the size of the hash set. Now coming to the how to create a hash set object. So here we can use hash set equal to new hash set. So this is the object of hash set. Operations on hash set. So how to add element into the hash set? So here we can use the add method to add the element into the hash set object. So here we are adding the four elements, and how to iterate the element from the hash set. So here we can use the iterator interface to iterate the element from the hash set object. So here it will check the next method. It will check if it is having the next element in the iteration or not. If it is having the next element, it will return true, then it will print the next element. If the iteration does not have a next element, it will return false, then it does not execute this block. Now coming to the next operation, how to remove element from the hash set. So we can use a remove method to remove the element from the hash set object. So how to check the element is present in the hash set or not? So we can use the contains method to check a specified element is present in the hash set or not. So if it is present, it will return the element, otherwise it returns false. So how to check the hash set is empty or not? We can use empty method to check the hash set is empty or not. So how to find the size of the hash set? So we can use the size method to find the size of the hash set. How to clear the element from the hash set? So we can use the clear method to clear the element from the hash set object. Now I am going to show you the practical example. Just to go to Eclipse and create a new class, and the class name is hash set example. So just select the main method and click on finish button. Now just to remove the unwanted comments, so here I am going to import the util package java.util package, sorry, import java.util package, because all the collection classes and interfaces are available in a util package. Here now I'm going to create a asset asset equal to new asset. So here we are creating the asset object. Now I'm going to add the elements into the asset. So first I want to add a string data. So first I want to add element called Mahesh. So now I want to add one more element. So just to set the line, name is Ram, and I want to add one more element, Krishna, and I want to add one more element called Bob. So now I want to iterate this data. So for iterating the data from the collection object, we can use the iterator interface. So here I am using the iterator interface. So iterator itr equal to asset dot iterator. So now I am using the while loop for checking the element is present in the iteration or not. So while iterator dot as next. So this will check if the iteration is containing the elements or not. If it is contained, it will return true. Then here we can print the next element. So how we can print the next element? Iterator dot next method. So using this next method, we can print the next element. So now I'm going to print the elements. Here just we can give the space, and I'm going to run the program, run as Java application. Here we can see, here we are iterating the element from the asset object. So now I'm going to use the remove method to remove the element from the asset. So I just use asset dot remove. So here we want to remove the element called Krishna. I want to remove this element from the asset. So here, sorry. So now I'm going to print the asset object. So here basically it contains Krishna, Mahesh, Bob and Ram. Now I'm going to remove the Krishna from the asset. So here we can check, here the Krishna is not available from the asset, because here we are removing the Krishna. So now I'm going to use the contains method to check either the specific element is present in the asset or not. So I'm using the contains of, I want to check Babu is present in the asset or not. If it is present, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So here I am going to check. So here it is written true, that means Babu is available in the asset. Suppose if I am using the Krishna, but Krishna is here, it is removed. Now I am going to check that Krishna is available or not. So Krishna is not there, that's why it returns false. So next I am going to use the isEmpty method to check the asset is empty or not. Sorry. So here I am using asset is empty. So it will check if the asset is empty or not. So it will return true, because it returns false, because asset already having the elements, that's why it returns false. Suppose if the asset contains does not contain any element, it will return true. So now I am going to use the size method to check the size of the asset. So here it will return the size of the asset. So initially asset contain 4 elements. After we are deleting the one element, that's why it returns 3. Finally, I'm using the clear method. So clear method will clear all the elements from the asset. Now I'm going to print the asset. So here we can see. So here all the elements are removed from the asset. So friends, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video.